A New Life Now is for anyone going through a major life transition.
There were actually two catalysts that helped me to cope with the awfulness of divorce. One of them was seeing my children asleep in bed one evening and their beautiful faces. And the second one was picking up a book, and in the beginning of the book it said, it's not what life throws at you, it's what you do with what life throws at you. And I thought, well, I'd better do something then.
Long-term ill health made me feel vulnerable, anxious, and I was very frail, frightened about the future. I lost my self-esteem and confidence. I thought I was invincible. I went into work one day feeling unwell, and I had a student and felt I really had to be there, and I just had to finish, and it was such a shock. So I had to find new ways of changing my life, changing perspective, and I did.
My career was severely affected by my health because as a result of a great deal of overwork I developed chronic fatigue syndrome, which is better known I think as ME, and as a result of that I had to give up, I chose to give up the job that I loved, my management job, and I downgraded to another position which wasn't satisfying. I decided that I couldn't really go on like that, and so I really had a long think about what I might do, and I decided to train as a health therapist. And as a result of that, I finished my training and I set up my own health practice, and that was very successful.
Bereavement can affect you in many different ways because bereavement is a loss. It can be the loss of a job, the loss of family members, the loss of your home, loss of colleagues or friends because they're moving away or emigrating, loss of a status in your life because you've lost your job or you've lost your partner, and the loss is nonetheless, for it being different, it is a bereavement. It's a bereavement in your life.
Leaving people behind is very difficult, and I moved areas a long way and I lost contact with all my friends. Nobody to have a laugh with or go around, see them for a coffee when I was feeling upset. A real emptiness in my life and a great sadness. And again, I've had to make new friends, and I have done.
Retirement was forced upon me really because I was running a busy practice, and suddenly, almost overnight, both my mother and my husband were diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. So actually I had no choice but to wind up my business and to become a full-time carer to both of them.
When I retired, I felt a terrible loss of self-esteem and self-worth. For the first 3 weeks it was like being on holiday, but after that I was lost, completely lost. What was I going to do with my life? Where was I going to go? And it was a while before I found purpose. And now I have purpose, and retirement is wonderful.
Retirement opened the door to new opportunities for me. I trained in holistic therapies and yoga. I took up my creativity again and studied art and design and textiles. I rekindled my passion for writing, and I've created books, and I just totally changed my life.
Widowhood has been the single most devastating experience of my life. Overnight, I went from being a married lady of 45 years marriage and became a single person, a very lonely person, with a whole welter of things to deal with on my own. But over 7 years, life has turned around. I've learned to rebuild it. I've found lots of positive things to put back in my life. And I think now I'm moving forward and I'm having a new life.
New Life Now will rekindle your confidence and enthusiasm and motivation, and if we can do it, you can too.